A PIP or permission in principle is a fairly new type of planning application introduced in 2018. It acts as an alternative way to the traditional full planning route for obtaining planning permission for housing-led development. It is suitable for certain sites only, but if your site qualifies, it can be very useful. A key feature of the permission in principle process is that it separates the principle of the development from the detailed design of the scheme. A PIP is therefore the first stage of a two-step process. The initial permission in principle application establishes the principle for development on the site, and this is followed by a technical details consent application, which deals with the detailed design of the scheme, including layout, materials, and green spaces. A permission in principle is suitable for developments of between 1 and 9 dwellings, where the total floor space created is under 1,000 square metres, and where the site is under 1 hectare. It cannot be used for larger developments, but it can be used on previously developed land as well as undeveloped land. The decision process is time limited, and the Council have 5 weeks from the day after planning application is validated to make their decision. For a PIP application, a red line location plan is required, as well as an indicative site plan. No detailed plans of the dwelling are needed at this stage, as this is dealt with in stage 2, but you can specify the number of dwellings or simply leave it as between 1 and 9. Only issues relevant to the in-principle matters should be considered at PIP stage. The scope of matters which can be considered are limited to the location of the site, the type of land use proposed, and the amount of development. All other matters will be considered at the technical matters stage. There is a 3-year period from consent of the PIP to submit the technical details consent. Permission in principle is suitable for small-scale residential projects and where the principle of development is not certain and needs to be tested. The application process can work well for a number of projects, including backland and garden sites, edge of village locations that fall outside of the settlement boundary, self-build projects, as well as for infill development in the Greenbelt. Sheldon Bosley Knight is a planning and architectural practice with proven success in devising design and planning strategies for individual projects. We help landowners and developers navigate the planning and design process and can advise on which is the best route to planning permission for your development. Not many permission in principle applications have actually been submitted since the route was introduced. As such, in some local planning authorities, councils sometimes have a lack of knowledge about the process. However, we have a proven track record with PIP applications and will be happy to assist you with your project.